On a cloudy day, a young man named Ryan wandered alone through a dense forest. The ground was covered with dark green leaves, and the air was heavy with the scent of damp earth. The forest was mostly quiet, with only the sound of his footsteps crunching on fallen leaves breaking the silence. Ryan often embarked on these solitary journeys to escape the noise of the city and immerse himself in nature. But this time, something in the air felt different. Suddenly, Ryan stopped in his tracks when he heard an unusual sound. It was faint at first, but he could discern it as a girl's voice, crying out for help. The sound was intermittent and soft, as if coming from a distant place. A chill ran down his spine, but he didn't hesitate. He decided to follow the voice. It echoed sporadically, fading and returning as if it was guiding him deeper into the woods. He wondered to himself, what could bring a girl out here? And is she in danger? Cautiously, Ryan followed the sound, moving slowly and mindfully to avoid slipping or falling into a trap. As he ventured further into the forest, a thick mist began to rise, obscuring his vision. The forest seemed to shift around him, opening paths and closing others, as if it was trying to confuse him or stop him from reaching his destination. As time passed, the voice grew louder and clearer. He could now hear the fear in her tone, her cries reverberating through the trees, as if the forest itself was speaking to him. Suddenly, he came upon a massive tree with intertwined branches. The voice seemed to emanate clearly from behind it. His heart raced, but he steadied himself and called out, "Where are you? I'm here to help." The voice paused briefly, then a weak reply came, "Please help me. I'm here." Ryan followed the voice again, stepping around the tree. What he saw was strange. A young girl sitting on the ground looking frightened and disoriented. Her clothes were slightly torn, as if she had been running from something. She looked up at Ryan with fear-filled eyes and said in a trembling voice, "I was wandering here and got lost, but I feel like something has been following me." Ryan tried to calm her down, saying, "Don't worry, I'm here now. We'll find a way out together." But he couldn't shake off the eerie feeling growing within him. Something was off. It felt like invisible eyes were watching them from the shadows. As they started walking together, the forest seemed to shift again, constantly changing its paths, making it nearly impossible to navigate. With every step, the darkness grew deeper, and an unsettling silence enveloped them. The air turned unnaturally cold and heavy. Suddenly, Ryan stopped when he heard the crunch of leaves behind him. He turned quickly but saw nothing. Leaning closer to the girl, he whispered, "I think we're not alone here." They continued walking cautiously. Moments later, a strange sound echoed in the distance. A growl, low and guttural, as if from a wild animal. Panic surged through them. Grabbing the girl's hand, Ryan started to run, trying to escape the growing tension and fear. The trees seemed to close in around them, and the forest filled with unsettling noises coming from every direction. It felt like the woods themselves were alive, trying to trap them. Finally, after what felt like hours of running, Ryan spotted a faint glimmer of light in the distance. Sunlight was breaking through the dense trees, signaling the edge of the forest. Summoning all his strength, he pulled the girl toward the light. As they reached the forest's edge, it felt as if the woods released them, allowing them to escape at last. Once they emerged, the girl collapsed to the ground, exhausted, and said to Ryan, "Thank you. I wouldn't have made it out without you." Ryan smiled and replied, "No need to thank me, but we should always be cautious in unfamiliar places." That day, Ryan realized that the forest held secrets far beyond his understanding, secrets that revealed themselves only to those brave enough to venture into its depths.